Imagine trying to build and operate a factory without knowing how much your electricity costs per kilowatt or how much power you need on a day-to-day basis. It would be crazy to think you could actually manage your costs as your needs change over time. But this is how most companies manage their computing infrastructure today. They know how much they initially paid for, but have virtually no insight into how much it costs to operate on an ongoing basis, or even how it's being used. In today's world, access to computing resources is a critical component to success for most companies, just as important as electricity. Did you know that during the Industrial Revolution, most companies used to supply all their own power? Over time, some companies got really good at generating power efficiently and started providing that power to other companies. It didn't take long for the buyers to realize that there needed to be a standard for how to quantify, cost compare, and pay for the electricity they actually used, as they used it. This is exactly what's happening today with movement to cloud computing. For decades, most companies have been supplying their own computing resources. But with recent advancements in networking and computing technology, they're now realizing that there's a more cost-effective way to do business. Cloud and virtualization technologies provide a more efficient way to supply and consume those resources. But without a standard way of measuring computing resources, companies are unable to measure their cost of production, track resources, or quantify and cost compare their data consumption needs. Ultimately, they're looking for a solution that makes sure their employees have plenty of computing power to do their jobs and drive the business forward. But with so many cloud service providers entering the marketplace and no standards, trying to compare the cost versus value across multiple providers is never apples to apples. But what if there actually was a standard for compute resource consumption? Well, thanks to 6Fusion, there finally is. 6Fusion has developed an innovative new way to measure the amount of computing resources being used. This means that for the first time, we can quantify how much computing resources are available, how much are needed, and what they cost to produce. 6Fusion can help you build and deploy your organization's own private cloud and/or manage your infrastructure in our integrated public cloud, all from one supplier, with one unit of measurement and one utility-based bill. The standard unit of measurement allows you to measure your need and then do an apples-to-apples comparison to determine the optimal supplier. So now it's possible to compare the actual value and ROI between multiple source providers, public or private, anywhere on the globe. Isn't it time to move your business forward and optimize your company's investment in data infrastructure? Contact 6Fusion to request more information or sign up for a free trial.